Still a great coach. I mean, from what I've seen from spring, I can see why we brought him in. I mean, he's a hell of a coach. We're so excited to have him.
He's more laid back or less laid back?
He's more laid back than Coach Smart. That's just the personality. But like I said, he's still a great coach, and we're so excited to have him.
What common themes did you guys identify in the losses to the Wings?
Just turnovers. We had too many mental errors and turnovers. I mean, you can't have 5 turnovers and expect to beat any team. So if we cut back on the mental mistakes and the self errors, I feel like we'll have better success against them.
How are you progressing with your shoulder?
Oh, my shoulder feels good. I've been rehabbing it since end of January. You know, I'm kind of about a week and a half, 2 weeks ahead of schedule. So everything's going good. So.
Okay.
Everybody talked about last year what great depth you guys had on defense. Do you have younger guys coming up that you think can fill those roles, those backup roles this year?
Oh, definitely. We have a bunch of guys who are coming up. Dalvin Thompson is going to be one heck of a player. You have Deshaun Hand. You have Deron Payne who's going to become an every down player. So I'm not worried at all that we'll be able to find players to replace the talent that we lost last year and continue our dominance on the D line.
Does it feel like kind of a transition year? I mean, it's not you had to change Kirby, but also with Coach Davis, Mel Tucker, just a lot of kind of transition. Does it feel somewhat unsettling for you guys as a player?
Oh, no, not at all. I mean, we're always behind Coach Saban. The way we feel, if Coach Saban has enough trust in him to bring him here, then so do we. You know, obviously he has to earn the trust within the players, but I mean, we follow Coach Saban. So if he tells us that this is a good guy, he's going to be able to help us in what we need to do, then we're 100% behind him.
Jonathan, this issue about depth, how many series in a game ordinarily would you want to maybe sit out from a depth standpoint, or would you ever want to sit out?
As a player, you never want to sit out, but realistically, I mean, I don't feel like there's a number you could put on it. You know, it's just based on how the game goes. It seems like LSU and Arkansas are going to be less serious to go on since they're running the ball and the clock's continuously moving. For teams like Texas A&M, like the football ones, are going to be more serious. So it just depends on the feel of the game, you know.
Speaking on the younger players, how has Kendall Sheffield looked in the offseason so far?
Oh man, he's done a heck of a job. I mean, he's definitely one of our quieter guys, but he definitely comes to work every day. He's made a lot of progress.
Jonathan, a lot of coaches are trying to build their program like Coach Saban, and one of the things they're doing is adding a lot of support staff, team nutritionists, psychologists. Can you just talk about the support staff at Alabama and that help that you guys get?
Oh man, we get a tremendous amount of help. I mean, if you're overweight, you need to lose weight. We have people for that. If you're going through family issues, there's someone for that. Academic, there's people for that. So there's no excuse on why you shouldn't be on top of your game at Alabama. I mean, they give you everything you need to be successful. And I feel like that's why we've had so much success.
You're a social media coordinator.
Yes, there is. I mean, I've been talking to him about super a lot, but we have a coordinator for everything.
What does it mean for Nick Saban to retain a guy like Scott Cochran sort of off the field?
Oh man, Scott Cochran is the fourth quarter program. That's what he does. I mean, that's probably one of the biggest, probably the biggest person to bring back last year. I mean, Scott Cochran is just the heart and the soul of this Alabama team. We love him. We're so glad he's back.
Jonathan, at what point did you know you wanted to return?
I don't feel like it was a certain point, but after talking about it with my family and Coach Saban and Coach Davis and just everybody, we feel like it was the best decision for me and my family.
You've won the last 2 Iron Bowls by double digits relatively soundly. What do you think the chances are this third year you guys get 3 straight against Auburn?
Well, I mean, we expect to win every game. We plan to win every game. We practice to win every game. I mean, it's too early in the season to make any predictions. I mean, we don't know how our team is. They don't know how their team is. Near the end of the season, I mean, there's so many more big games before that you can't even look that far ahead. You know?
What was the difference these last 2 years against them?
We just feel like we cut down on our mental errors. That's probably the biggest thing. If you have great efforts in the ball and you cut down on your mental errors, more than likely you're going to have success.
Based on your experience playing under Kirby, how ready do you think he is for a head coaching opportunity?
Oh,